One. And we are oh shit. And we are recording on Thursday, October 12th, 2023 at 3:02 p.m. Eastern time with Mr. Joe Teti, who's been on here a million times before. And as I was just telling him, and as he pointed out, I look a little whiter than normal, which says something. As a fucking white Irish guy in New England, that says something.
Oh Lord.
I'm feeling a little nauseous, so it is what it is. So it's gonna be a shorter episode, but
Yeah, man.
for everybody listening, please go in the description. Please go grab Joe's book, Lone Operator. That's the best. If you want his resume, that's it. Go read the book. It's a fantastic book. I wouldn't plug it if I didn't love it. Joe's got some pretty extensive experience in what the layman will call black ops. And right now, it is just for future listeners, October 12th, 2023, just as a timestamp. Obviously, Hamas attacking Israel. You have the IDF responding. You have Sayeret responding. You have two American U.S. Or aircraft carrier strike groups going, and obviously, it's the rumors that Delta and or DevGru are involved. Obviously, there's not going to be a press release for that, but for the same reasons I have on doctors when I want to talk about medicine and esoteric things I know nothing about, I also just so happen to be friends with an elite operator like Mr. Teti that I can ask these questions to. So, Joe,
Yeah,
take it away, man. What is
yeah, dude.
what is going
What a
on?
shit show. But this just goes to show you, like the SAS's motto is "Who dares wins." What the
Mm,
Hamas did is deplorable. But bro, when I saw those guys come in
fucking
on
ballsy.
paragliders and shit, I was like, "Uh-oh,
You gotta respect game.
dude." I said, Israel's got they got a problem."
Yeah.
That was audacity at the highest. I mean, they've been training. I read somewhere for a year or something or longer to do this. So they've been training on mock-ups and all kinds of stuff. So there's somebody backing them. Obviously, Iran. They've got some good training and good tactics, obviously. But it's gonna be ugly, man. What a lot of people don't know, Tom, and I'm sure you do, is that you've got the Prime Minister Netanyahu, former state McCall guy, and
Mm,
like five of his top leaders, or four or five, in the same unit. So like these are experienced hardcore dudes, right? Don't think because he's a prime minister, he's some allywag. This guy is hard as woodpecker lives. But let me tell you what I'm more worried about. They just declared jihad, right? Everybody knows that. If you don't know that, Hamas just the holy war. So, and I'm not trying to be the panic guy or the conspiracy theory guy, but dude, if people think that there's no sleeper cells in this country,
of course.
you got to be a fucking idiot.
Of
Just to
course.
put it out there. I don't know,
300,000 immigrants a month for
dude.
the entire Biden administration.
That's what I'm saying.
I
That's what I'm
mean,
saying.
you're looking at 6 million, 7 million.
Dude, it's that's what scared me. Yeah, I feel bad for Israel. I actually worked there for 6 months. Love the place. I love the people there. They're extremely patriotic. As you know, everybody when they get out of high school has to serve, man and woman. So
Yep.
there's a very, very deep sense of national pride, and more so than I've seen in any country I've ever been in, to be quite honest with you. But you know, Hamas, is ISIS. Just like everybody needs to understand, it's you're pulling idiots out of the same bag. You
Yeah.
know what I
It's all the same shit.
mean? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's all the same shit. I mean, it's all interconnected in some twisted way. And to be honest with you, Tom, I don't even understand it all. I've got a decent understanding, but I think what your listeners need to understand more than anything is that shit could happen here like that, like that. I would bet everything I own that there are Hamas sleeper cells in this country somewhere. Somewhere. I don't know how many, but it's a given. It is a given that they're here. And just think, dude, 9/11 started with a bunch of assholes with box cutters.
I was about to say, it's kind of a reminder. I'm in Portland, Maine, just this sleepy little city up in New England full of nothingness. I mean, I can almost see over Portland International Jetport. The planes were hijacked in Boston. They all went through this one and got a connecting flight to Boston. It started here, this sleepy little fucking town.
Yeah, yeah,
That's where 9/11 started. So
yeah,
like, hey man, don't write it off as it happened literally
yeah, right
out
there.
the window. Like,
Yeah, yeah, it's scary, man. So anyway, again, I'm not trying to panic anyone. Just, pay attention to what's going on. Be able to provide for your family, protect your family, be prepared, et cetera, et cetera. The other thing, the hostage situation in Israel right now is, well, from what I understand, the Imam already did a hostage rescue, and I have been told that they lost men and they lost hostages. And this is from a very credible source. And the problem that you have in the challenge is that you have 100 people. Well, it's a no-brainer. They don't have them all in one freaking building. They probably got 10 here, 10 here, 10, you know what I mean? They spread them out. So you got to be very careful when you do that, because what happens if you hit a target with hostages and they get word out, hey, we're getting, they're trying to get the hostage, and they make a phone call. Yes, exactly right. And the other ones get schwacked. So this is something that has to be highly coordinated. Now, the one that was just done, supposedly, they were getting ready supposedly to move them to Gaza. I don't know the whole detail about it, but they had to do it because once they're there, it's like when you get your hands cuffed behind your back, you're done, right? It's the same thing. But it's going to be a very challenging hostage rescue situation. I understand, dude. Israel's got some badass. They got the Secret McCall that we were just talking about. That's their tier 1 unit. And but understand the Gaza Strip's on the water, right? That's going to fall right in Dev Group's lap. They're a maritime counter-terrorist unit. Yeah, Delta may be there, but anything that borders water, that falls right into Dev Group's mission set. So it's probably a no-brainer that there's guys over there right now consulting and like what do you guys plan on doing? Just kind of like bouncing ideas off of people. But as far as like actively going after target sets, I know there are Americans. What would you say, a couple? Yeah, it only takes one. Only takes one. And Israel, no doubt, will let our guys come in there and help out. But I'm not an expert at any of this stuff. I know enough to be dangerous, but I can just tell you based off what I heard, you're gonna have high casualties, dude. You're on both sides. You're gonna have hostages killed, and you're probably gonna have assaulters killed because they know they're coming. I mean,
there's no.
like you're not gonna go through your planning and say we're taking hostages and nobody is going to come try to get them. I mean, how fucking stupid do you have to be? So they've got contingencies. They may have buildings rigged with explosives. The second they even smell a person, boom, launch the freaking building into orbit.
And that's I know it takes some narcissism for me to sit here and discuss tactics with you, but the thing is like you're not dealing with you're not dealing with quote unquote normal self-preservation. You have a group of people that it's like no, they know they're not good. And any idea you have of like what are they fucking no, it's a holy war to them. They don't. Yeah, it's not only are they okay with it, it's the cherry on top if they die.
Exactly. So that's a preferred method of leaving this world.
I think Mark, yeah, exactly. Mark Bowden said in his book Black Hawk Down, and it's so weird to think about, but it's one of the Somali guys going. They're talking. They're going. We found something out about Americans, and he goes, "What's that?" And he goes, "Their weak spot is death. They're afraid to die." And that was like a weird idea to them. They're like, even the Delta guys don't want to die, whereas we don't care. And you're like, it sounds like a shitty SNL skit, like their weak spot's dying, but really they don't.
Dude.
They're like, oh, the Americans have a life to go back to. We don't. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
How do you combat that?
I've always said the scariest person to fight is not necessarily the one that's with the most tactics. It's the one that just doesn't give a shit if they live or die.
Yeah.
You got to shoot those motherfuckers to pieces.
Yeah.
They fight with passion and they're motivated. I saw in my own little world what I used to do. I saw that, and it's scary, dude. It's very scary. Those are the kind of people you want to avoid at all costs. And Hamas is at the top of the food chain. Like, yeah.
And there is, yeah, someone like you don't sugarcoat this. You've seen what it is, and it's just there's no semantics. It's force. It's just one will live, one will die. Do you think this is going to just result in the total destruction of Gaza? I feel like that's where this is
Oh,
going.
dude, look at some of the videos already.
Oh, they're just hitting like
Dude, the Gaza Strip's not that big. I've been there. It's not that big. You
it's a
could
strip.
rocket that place to the fucking ground, like and they're doing it right now. And so because I've been to the West Bank and the Gaza Strip, Abu Dis, Tel Aviv, Jerusalem when I was doing a protection detail over there, and it is urban warfare at its worst. Very, very narrow alleyways, wide streets. It's not. It's an ugly place to fight. But I think that the Israelis are at the end of their fucking rope with this, dude.
Yeah.
I think they're at the end. They're. I mean, I heard a interview with the prime minister, and he basically says they're just going to obliterate Hamas. They're done. Like, dude, you know what I mean? They've had it. This is the straw that broke the camel's back with them.
Yeah. It's kind of the mainland Japan. You're doing the island hopping. You're losing 30,000 Marines for every piece of shit island, and eventually you go, fuck it,
Yeah,
fuck it,
dude.
right?
Israel has nukes, right? Everybody
Yeah,
knows that, right?
yeah.
Everybody knows they don't have a lot of them, but they have nukes.
Don't need a lot of them.
No, not for that. No, but I'm not. But dude, it would not surprise me if I turn on my computer like, oh, they used a nuke.
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, and
I mean, I think that's at the point. I think that's where they're at right now.
I think
I just think they're like, fuck these people. We're going to get rid of all of them right now and take them completely out of the gene pool. And this is how we're going to do it.
and it's kind of hard to go back 10 days ago and you go, well, you can't do that. That's you can't do that. But then
Oh,
you have
really?
this, and you're in there. What's the population of Israel? It's by any chance
Dude, that's a good question. I don't know.
Well, I know right now the death toll is 1,300.
Yeah, and I
So
think
let's
800. I think it's 1,300 Israelis and 800 Hamas or something like that.
okay. So let's
I'm
see.
not sure.
Population of Israel is 9.364 million. The population of the United States is 350 million. So 350 million divided by 9.3 million. So they're 37 times smaller than us. They lost 1,300 people. So if that was us,
Right.
that would be
Yeah, do the math.
48,924
Yeah,
people.
big
Divide
number.
that by 3,000. That is 9/11 every day for 16 days.
Yeah, it's a big number. Yeah,
This
yeah.
ain't their 9/11. This is their fucking 9. We haven't had one.
No,
You don't
dude.
know what this is.
Yeah. And that's what people don't understand. That was actually really smart of you, Tom, to do that, to kind of like put it in perspective.
The United States is fucking giant. This isn't.
Yeah, they're a very small country. And with what you said, 9 million people, that's a big ass whipping. When you lose
Yeah.
that many people, dude, that's a big, big, big number.
Do you do you think that it's almost a futile, it's almost a fool's errand for the average, like me, just the average dude who's not even a fucking hippie commie, but even me, to try to relate to a country that has mandatory service? Do you think it's the idea of like we're looking at it through we're in Fortress America, separated by two oceans? Do you think
Right.
it's almost lost in translation to try to explain to us like, hey man, this shit's been going on since Jesus walked the earth. Like
Pretty
you
much.
ain't you
Pretty
ain't
much.
there's no hey, let's hold it. They don't care.
No. Dude, if they were going to negotiate this away and shake hands, it would have happened a long time ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What happened before the United States was formed?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. This would have happened and remember, you're talking about land that was promised to people by God. I mean, this is deep, deep stuff, man. You know what I mean? Like this is biblical stuff.
Multiple holy lands overlap.
Yes. Yeah. And folks, if you're listening, I mean, it definitely like educate yourself on this because it's a very, I don't want to say interesting, but it goes back a long ways. And if you look at the history of it, like, we've never had anything here like that. Nothing. I mean, not even close. It's very scary. And you've got, like I said, you've got Netanyahu. Matter of fact, I don't know, Tom. I don't know if it was his brother or somebody. He was the only casualty. Yeah, on the raid on Entebbe back in '73, I think it was. Don't quote me on that. '73-ish, where they did the raid on Entebbe, Operation Thunderbolt. Read about that. You want to talk about giant elephant nuts? that was amazing, amazing operation. But these guys are no novices to hostage rescue and special operations, man. They're very, very talented, and they do it all the time because of where they are. So I don't know, man. I'm gonna hate to see good men die for scum, but that's what's gonna happen. I don't see how they're gonna pull off a hostage rescue on any of these places and not take casualties, good guys, and lose some hostages. There's got to be. They're probably talking about it right now. What is acceptable losses? And you don't talk about that in a hostage rescue. It's a no-fail mission. All the risk is on the shoulders of the assaulters. They take all the risk. You're not clearing it room by, you're going straight to where the bad guys are, and where the hostages are. So you're taking a lot of risk. And sadly, it's a super dangerous mission, and these are times that by 10. It's they probably have them in I'm reading they may have them in tunnels. Like there's tunnels that they're using right now and all kinds of stuff. I mean, dude, can you imagine fighting in a tunnel?
Yeah,
I never have, but I'm just saying, yeah, I wouldn't want to. I mean, you got nowhere to go. I mean, it's a fucking tunnel. And I can almost guarantee you they've got hostages in tunnels somewhere. I bet you. Yeah. Yeah. Underground. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, man. It's just I'm surprised and kind of not surprised that this has happened. Um, I'm just shocked at the audacity and the planning that Hamas did to pull this off. That tells me they have some very serious, highly technical people at their disposal, whoever they are, people that know, urban warfare and very, very high end, um, you know, uh, tactics when it comes to fighting in a city and, covert infiltration and all kinds of stuff. Because I guess I ain't never seen anybody use an air glider. That was, dude, crazy.
you can't in the same breath, jokingly call them goat fuckers and then also see this, right? It's
Nope.
what would the lone wolf, jihad is. You drive the car through the crowd of people, you stab
That's right.
people on
Old
the
school. Yeah,
bus.
blow it up. Right. It's
Yeah,
not what they did here, dude. They weren't a hammer this time. They were a scalpel.
coordinated. It's yeah, man. It's like you laugh, you go, you fucking paraglide. It's like, hey, man, how do you take down a U.S. defense net? Box cutters. That ain't,
Yeah.
you have to respect it, man. And it's, but not even respect. You also then have to start looking at it rationally, going, this wasn't a moment's notice where somebody left the mosque and went, let's just go do this. This was planned.
No.
This was
Nope.
fucking funded, and this was.
Oh
And this
yeah.
was planned by not an idiot like me. This was planned by guys like you and Dale. Somebody
Oh
knew
no,
what they
no,
were
dude.
doing.
They had training from somebody. There's no way Hamas would have been able to pull that off and do what they did without somebody. And again, they trained and trained and trained and trained and trained for a year. I'm understanding a year to two. I've read a year to two. Think about it, dude. I've never trained a year for one mission. Never. You'd be lucky if you get a few days. These guys did it for a year. That's pretty audacious, dude. Never heard anything like that before. And then I heard, Tom, they were training in silos. Did you know that, to hide what they were doing? They were training in some kind of like big silos and buildings where you, like, literally, if planes were flying over or anything, or like you couldn't see what they were doing. They were like hiding their training. Like, dude, that's tradecraft.
That makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
That's why the Israelis fell flat on their ass, dude. This was a well, and I hate to say it because Israel's got it, the Mossad, very, very high end intelligence network, like the agency. But dude, got caught with their pants down around their knees, dude. What does that tell you? That, dude, they hid this shit really, really well.
yeah, and it's, which then, I mean, you just go back and forth on the flow chart. You go, they hit it well, which then goes back to funding and expertise. So there's someone, watching their pawns, and I don't think it's enough that you go in and kill the guys that did this. Someone's watching, and you're sending a message they're going to kill the terrorists regardless. It's about sending a message to the motherfuckers who funded this.
Right.
I mean, maybe you just have to out crazy them. Maybe you don't go in and do a hostage. maybe you go in and you fucking tack nuke it. And I'm not advocating for this. I get it.
Right.
All human life
Right.
is losses. I get it. But I mean, in the fucking jungle laws of this, do you not make them go, holy shit?
Yeah.
Do you not make
And
them
dude, I
go,
think that's
what
where
the fuck is that?
Netanyahu's at right now. I watched that guy do a couple speeches, and you can just tell,
My dad's seen him talk.
yeah, that guy's a serious dude, man. And let me tell you, he ain't gonna give you lip service.
No,
You
no.
know what I'm saying? Like if he says he's gonna do something, he's gonna do it.
Yeah.
And I don't think they give a shit right now what people think. To be quite honest with you, they may say so, but I can almost hear those conversations behind closed doors right now.
Sure.
And, you know, they don't want to deal with this no more.
Yeah. What do we do? Do we go
They
hit
want
him?
to completely obliterate Hamas, which means you got to target their leaders. Which, you know, I would hate to be a Hamas leader right now. You're on the short list of hell for sure, man. You're gonna get fucking hammered. Those people have more bodyguards around them right now. They're, you know, they're probably on a TOS list, target on sight. Like, oh, there he is, boom. Just like what they did during the Munich. Remember when the Munich massacre happened? Dude, they killed those fucking people. Like, go find them and kill them where you find them. Like, don't even, like, yeah, eating dinner, don't care. Driving with your family, don't care. Yeah, so I think that's where they're at. They're there for sure. So yeah, I think a lot of these people are going to start disappearing and finding out that they, you know, were assassinated, and rightly so. I mean, they're fucking scum. But it's just going to take time to watch how this unfolds, and you know, what the end state's going to be. You know, but those listening don't, like I said again, may not happen, but they do have nukes, and if they're like, you know what, get all the good guys out, and when everybody's out, let me know.
Yeah. You in through back channels, you send a message to China, Russia, United States, France, Britain,
Yeah, yeah,
Germany. You go,
yeah, yeah,
this isn't World War III. We're not starting it.
yeah, yeah. Just let us. Yeah, we're gonna
But this
finish
is
it. So yeah,
happening now. It's
exactly.
already in the air.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not like they're attacking another country,
You're
so
not
to speak.
launching an ICBM across the atmosphere where all
No,
of a sudden everyone goes ham. You go, hey, this is happening. You let them know once the fucking cruise missile's already in the air, and hey,
dude,
flight
they'll
time,
hand
what,
deliver that
45
shit,
seconds. Yeah,
bro.
yeah, no, you'll
They
go
can
in with a
hand deliver that shit literally in a truck, like a
fucking do
Saturn.
it in a paraglider. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like, you know, there are man-packed nukes.
Yeah.
You know, like
And that's all you would
that's
need.
not classified, by the way. It's not for fucking ever.
No, no, no.
They
Yeah.
probably have them. They got a few of them, I'm sure. Yeah. So there's, dude, it can go all kinds of
They
side
got their
effects.
Billy Wall. They got their
Oh yeah,
red
dude.
light, green light, arc light, whatever
Yeah,
the fuck it was
dude. Of
called. Yeah.
course they do. Of
Yeah.
course they do. To think that they don't, you got to be a fool, man. They've been at war for how long? I mean, just low
Well,
intensity conflicts all day long for how long? Like,
but
yeah.
then you kind of even get to the more like bigger picture thing where it's like, how do you do this? Acceptable losses. I would imagine somebody's having the cold conversation where you go, listen, we're probably going to lose like 80% of the hostages because they're all in different situations. So might as well go save at least 20 and try not to lose our. But then there's the whole, well, then you do tack nuke it? Do we just raise the entire thing to the fucking ground? But then you have
Yeah.
to go like, how long are we going to just keep doing tit for tat?
Oh,
And it
dude,
might seem like a while,
bro,
like
they're
10
done,
years
dude.
between attacks. For us, that's a lifetime.
Right. For them, it's yeah.
At a
I
certain
just
point,
think they're done.
yeah,
I think
that's
they're
what I
done,
mean.
dude.
That's what I mean. At a certain point, do you go, what are we going to, we go in and do a half measure and then, and then we hit them
Yeah.
in 2030 and then they hit us in 2040 and we
You know
keep
what kind
going.
of weakness that would show? Imagine being Hamas or Hezbollah, and watching Israel not respond with, both barrels. That would show extreme weakness. And those people, they smell weakness like a blood smells, like a shark smells blood and water. They have no choice but to fucking hammer these people into the ground. They have no choice, dude. None. They have to take out the Hamas completely or as much as they possibly can. And you're not going to be able to do that house by house. Dude, urban warfare eats assets. Okay. It is an asset eating business, and they're not going to lose so many people because, like, I mean, their military is not that big. It's big, but not that big. Big for their country. So how do you fight that battle? And well, they're doing it now. They're rocketing the shit out of them. But if that don't work, dude, they're gonna just keep up in the game, until they get their end result. That's it. And hopefully they'll be able to do it through conventional means, but it would not surprise me one bit if it was on the news and you wake up in the morning. It's like, oh, there you go. Oh, and by the way, Armageddon does start in the Middle East.
Yeah. Oh
I
yeah, I
think
was
in a
gonna
town
say then
called
there's
I think it's in a town called Migdon or something. I read it. MIG
Magaido,
Magadan or
Magaido.
yeah, something like that. That's where Armageddon starts. So
Yeah, there
just
is
putting that out there.
there's some biblical shit going on here.
Oh, dude, it's so
it's
scary.
a little
Dude, it make the hair on the
you
back
know,
of the sane man stand up, right? So anyway,
it's I mean, but I mean it's look at what we did in World War II.
yeah,
What did we call it? We called it unconditional surrender. What did
yeah,
we do? I mean, what did Curtis LeMay say? If you're going to use force, use excessive force,
that's
kill
right.
excessive civilians, commit war crimes, because in the end, you will save more of your people and their people. And that's very easy for me to say. And my
Right.
cozy apart,
But
I get
dude,
it.
as you know, though, that's true.
It's true.
It's
It's not
100% true.
you don't have
Doesn't
to like it.
sound good,
No.
but it's 100% true.
Yeah, no, it's same thing with triage, right? It just
That's
is
right.
what it fucking is. It just he's
Right.
dead. Sorry,
Right.
it hurts.
He ain't gonna make it. Yeah.
Is what it is. And it's
Yeah.
just it's I was just saying this in the episode before this with a former CIA woman. It's just man, for all of its flaws, has it not made me just in the last couple days really just kind of remember how much I love this country.
Yeah.
Just even this small thing of geographic distance.
Yeah.
Russia into Ukraine, Hamas
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
Israel.
Yeah.
You just go,
Walk across the street, literally.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then you go, do you understand how fucking blessed we are to have
Yeah.
two oceans,
Yeah. On both sides.
two
Yeah.
mountain ranges?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I mean,
You couldn't set it up even better if you tried.
yeah. And then
Yeah.
to have a nation where, for all of its flaws, you have civilian liberties, and then you have those two paired up. I mean, you start to understand the concept of like, man, like, God bless America. You're like,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
this ain't it, and it's easy to you forget about it. Marry a McDonald thing, you see some crazy fucking person screaming in the street, and you go, "Oh, this country's going to shit." Man,
It'd be a lot worse though.
it could be, yeah,
A lot worse.
yeah, and you just, man, at a certain moment, you go, God, this place is great, and I don't know, maybe try to end that on a little bit of a lighter note,
No,
but
I think that's a good way. I mean, we talked a lot of negative stuff, but that's the world right now. But we are blessed to live where we live. We are very lucky. Yeah, we got our own problems. Sure. I mean, big problems. Financially, politically,
sure,
geopolitically, whatever. But as a nation, we always seem to stand like a cat. We can always kind of like land on our feet. You know what I mean?
it's there's a
Right?
sorry, go on.
No, I don't you agree? We always kind of land on our feet.
We do, and it's there's a picture right at the beginning of Russia invading Ukraine. It was like some suburban neighborhood that was just completely just bulldozed to the ground, and it could have been a suburban Atlanta. And the caption is this is the norm for humanity. And then it shows beforehand where it's like just a bunch of little cookie cutters houses, and it goes,
Right.
this is an anomaly.
Yeah.
And you forget, or some Russian guy said, the Americans are odd. They view peace as the goal. We view peace as a temporary time to reload. And it's like,
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is a place worth fighting for, man.
Absolutely,
It's,
dude.
it,
Yeah.
it seems
100%.
so far away, and every once in a while you get a 9/11, and it's like, no, like there is like we're separated by oceans, and
Yeah.
then the North Pole.
Yeah. Like who
Like,
the fuck's gonna come through there?
that's right. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like,
It's gonna be blatantly obvious, but dude, I'll be honest with you. What they just did was so tactically savvy. That's what worries me about these damn sleeper cells. They're obviously here. How many? Who knows? Who knows what they have in store or not in store? And that's why I keep telling people, be prepared. Keep don't stick your head in the sand and go, I'm not listening.
but don't
No,
be
you need to listen. Don't be that fool. And you and I've talked about this over and over and over on your podcast. And now, here's some more shit that's going on. Like, don't stick your head in the sand and just pay attention. You can't believe everything you're reading, but you're smart enough to just like bits and pieces, and it something here could another 9/11 could happen here very easily because of our porous borders. I mean, just it's scary, man. It's very scary.
Yeah, and I don't know how real it is. I'll have to look it up, but it's apparently there was some congressional briefing last night, or maybe it was just the Senate, and apparently it was like worse than normal. I don't even know how accurate this is. I'll have to look it up, but it's just this apparently like, more so than normal. They kind of like came out of like the intelligence committee and like they were looking like I am. They're kind of pale. Now I'll have to check on that. That again, that could just be fear mongering, but
right.
Man, it's yeah, it's and again, and I hate to fall into the line of like, and this is why we gotta. But I mean, goddamn, does it not make you? It's always easy and convenient to criticize America for having a military bigger than God's dick, but it's at these moments that everyone gets real quiet about that, and you start to go, yeah, I don't mind those 11 aircraft carriers.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine
Real
that.
quiet. You'll never hear them applauding it, but the criticism gets a little ego. How stealthy is that B-21 Raider?
Ooh,
Ooh,
I kind of like that. Yeah,
what's that
I
thing?
know. Isn't that funny, dude?
Yeah,
It's just like anything else. Like people talk about guns, don't like guns. Right at the point where somebody saves your life with a gun, like, oh, thank you.
yeah,
Same
yeah.
exact thing.
That one was different.
Yeah, that's exactly.
You start to get a little. You go, yeah. How much? How big is that? How many Abrams tanks do we? Yeah. What are they doing out in Area 51? Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Get
Right.
on it.
Yeah. What I was gonna say though is to kind of tie it all back in.
Yep.
Towards the end of your book, Lone Operator is, and again the link to that is in the description. Is it's towards the end you do talk about, you go, it will all come down eventually. And it's not you being a doomer, but it's you talking about like modern society. And you didn't even say it permanent. It's not like it'll be the apocalypse, but you're like, there will be times where the luxuries we all take will come crashing down.
That's right.
Are do you have enough food for 6 months? Do you have, it doesn't mean you have to quit your day job and become Rambo. No. Not everyone can do that, but you talk about it and it does. I mean, you're at a fucking music festival with, trying to get some pussy, and all of a sudden some guys in tri-wheel gliders
guns everybody down. Yeah, I know, dude. So it's really hard to wrap your head around. When I first saw that, I literally thought this is a propaganda bullshit video. There's no fucking way they did this. And sure enough, they did. I couldn't believe it. Audacious, man. Audacious.
It's ballsy.
Yeah, dude. And very audacious.
And it worked.
Yeah, and it worked exactly right. So,
but
yeah, man. Well, dude, I hope you're feeling better.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I know you work your ass off and you do multiple podcasts a day, man.
I kind of forgot I was feeling like shit. I get
you get all amped up.
Dale fucking psych me up, dude. I start screaming about America, and all of a sudden I'm like, let's go.
I think the biggest thing, Tom, just people listening, we can wrap it up with this, is guys, pay attention what's going on.
Yeah.
Just pay attention what's going on around you. Don't stick your head in the hole. Don't say, oh, that doesn't affect me. Well, you know what? It might not affect you right now. Tomorrow's the next day. Like, you cannot look at the world right now. It's like, hey, look, I make 300 grand a year. I got a great life. I live in a great house. I'm not that important. I live out in the country, out of it. It can all change in a blink of an eye, guys. Literally, blink of an eye.
A week ago, bring up paragliders, and it's like, what are you talking about?
Exactly.
You don't want it. Doesn't mean live in fear. I get that.
No.
Also, like a week from now, what are we going to be talking about? We're like, man, who could have fucking guessed it would have been, guys on horses or whatever the fuck, right? We could be looking at videos of Times Square going, they pulled it off.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just that. So, guys, in conclusion, go buy Joe's book. Go buy his. I don't pay him to
read some Sun Tzu while you're at it, man.
Read some Sun Tzu, and
there you go.
Yeah, go get his book. Give the good man some because I don't pay Joe. So go get his book, and that'll be your token of thanks for
Cool.
That's how you express your thanks to Joe. You can go follow him on Twitter, Instagram. Please go do all those links are in the description as well. And Joe, as always, I love you,
Yes,
buddy.
sir. It's
I
always a
really
pleasure,
do.
man.
I
Hope you're
love
feeling
you,
better,
and
Tom.
I love Dale. I love you both. You
Love you
guys are
too,
great
brother.
people. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for your time. I'll
Yes,
text you
sir.
this episode. And
Roger.
guys, yeah, keep your head on a swivel. Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Teti.